Dear students, in this video we are going to see the chapter 1 formulae and functions in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so you're already familiar with the basic features of spreadsheet using this using the popular spreadsheet application software Microsoft Excel, right? So we are going to see some of the advanced features like different methods of selecting cells in an Excel sheet, then editing the cell contents, formulae and functions, what are the difference between both, and simple calculations using arithmetic operations, the hierarchy of these arithmetic operations, then some of the worksheet functions, then identify and rectify some of the common errors in formulas, and then sorting data. So we will start with selecting cells. Okay, how to select the cells. Okay, it is of different types, like selecting a range of cells, then selecting a column, row, selecting non-neighboring cells, and also selecting the entire worksheet. Let's see one by one. Selecting a range of cells. Okay, for example, I have a data of a coffee shop. It's sales record. Okay, so first you have to select the range of cells. How to do it? First click on from this A2 I have to select till C13. So what is the way to select? First click and drag the mouse button, left mouse button, one way. What is the other way? So you have to click on the first cell from which you have to select the range of cells, then press the shift key, hold the shift key and select the last cell you want to select. Okay, this is the way. Next one is control plus shift keys and arrow keys you can use to select. For example, if I want to select a particular column in which the data exists, okay, so I have to hold control plus shift plus down arrow. That means it selects the whole column, okay, only in which data contains. If you want to select the row, what you should do? Click on the first cell, then hold control and shift and right arrow. Okay, or else from here also control plus shift plus left arrow. From right side, if you want to select, you can go to left arrow. If you want to select from down to top, so what can you do? Control plus shift plus top button. So this way you can use the control and shift and then arrow keys. Now let's see selecting a particular column, full column. How will you do it? Go to the column header. So this is the column header. So you have to click on it. Like if you see there is a down arrow, click on it. That means your whole column is not selected. What is the other way to do it? You have to click on any of the cell in the particular column in which you wanted to select and press Ctrl plus space bar. It is a keyboard shortcut to select a column. If you want to select a row, you have to go to the row header. You will see the right arrow. Click on it. Your whole row will get selected. What is the other way? Using the keyboard shortcut shift plus space bar. It will select the entire row. Okay, understood? Next one is selecting the cells that are non-neighboring. Non-neighboring means what? Which is not connected together. For example, if I am selecting A2, then C4 and B6, I want to select this non-neighboring cells. How to select them? First you select the first cell which you wanted to select, then hold the control key and select any of the cells like B4, C6, again B9, B12, C12. So all these got selected. Now selecting the whole worksheet. So you all know for selecting all you have a keyboard shortcut control plus A. Okay. Next will be the other way to select the whole worksheet. What is that? If you see the top left corner in which both your column and row intersects, okay, this button to select the whole worksheet. Okay, understood? Selecting cells. Now let's go to the editing contents of this worksheet. Editing the cell contents. Editing is what? If you want to change something, if I made some mistake, if I want to delete and enter something else, how will I do it? Okay, for example, I'm going to change this. Click on it. Okay, what is one way is double click, use the arrow keys and edit it, delete it, whatever, delete key, backspace key, arrow key you can use and delete. What is the other way? Select the cell, go to the formula bar and edit it. Okay, or else you can click on the cell and press F2. It will be showing the cursor inside the particular cell. So as you all know, you can edit using the delete key deletes from right side, left side, backspace key deletes from right side. Okay children, understood? Okay, now this is to modify cell content. Now let's see moving data and copying data. Already you are familiar with cut, copy, paste, right? So moving data, what it does, you have to cut the data. Cut operation will do both cutting and copying. Paste operation will do pasting the content. So moving is what it will not present in the original location. It will be moved to some other location. So how can you do it? For example, I am going to copy this coffee mocha to some other place. Move this place from here to another place, another cell. What should I do? I have to cut it. So what is the way to cut? 3 ways you can cut the particular text. One is right click, cut. Or you can go to the home tab, clipboard group, you will see the cut symbol here, a scissor like symbol, and the cut is written away. That is the other way to cut. What is the other way to cut? Keyboard shortcut. You all know Control plus X will be the keyboard shortcut for cutting the particular text. Now we will cut it. Where I wanted to paste it over here, for example, here. What can I do? I can paste it. I am pressing Control plus V. That is to paste. What is the other way? As I told you, you can use this paste button in the clipboard group, or you can right click and paste wherever you wanted. Okay, so 3. Otherwise what can you do? For example, hold it and drag it. This way also you can hold it and drag it. If it is for neighboring cells, what can you do? If I wanted to copy this, can you see the autofill handle? Click it, left mouse button, and then drag it. This way also you can paste it. Next one is copying data. Copying is what? It will be copy the particular text. It will remain in the original location also, and it will be pasted somewhere else. There will be creating the duplicate content. For example, I have this coffee mocha. I wanted to copy this and paste it to some other place. It will remain in the original location also. What can I do? You have to use copy and paste operation. For moving, what we did, we used cut and paste operation. Here we are going to do copy and paste operation. Okay, so here how can I do? Same way, go to home tab, clipboard group, click on copy. Cut will do both copy and cut. Copy will do only copying operation. Or what is the other way? Right click and copy. What is the other way? Control plus C. Okay, so for cutting, Control plus X, for copying, Control plus C, for pasting, Control plus V. So I'm going to paste it over here, Control plus V. Right, so you can right click and paste, or you can go to the home tab, clipboard group, and use the paste button also and paste. So now you understood how to edit cell contents. Now let's go to formulae and functions in Excel. Before moving to formulae and functions in Excel, first we have to learn about the arithmetic operators in Excel. What are the arithmetic operators you have? See here, already you all know familiar with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentation. So how this all done in Excel, we have to learn that. So as you all know, plus sign will be used to do addition, minus sign, and then asterisk symbol for multiplication, forward slash, that is forward sign for division, then the caret sign for exponentation. Caret sign means what? For example, if you wanted to find the power of, what you will do, x to the power of 2, that is x square, x to the power of 3, x cube, x to the power of 4. So to find it, you have to use this caret symbol. So now you know what are the arithmetic operators. You should know the hierarchy of these operations also. So in mathematics, what we learnt? BODMAS. That is to understand the hierarchy of these arithmetic operators. Like BODMAS is what? Bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. The same thing in Excel also, that is called as BEDMAS here. Instead of O, we get E over here. What is that? Bracket of exponent, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Okay, so first bracket, then exponents will be prioritized, then division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. See the priority value here, operator, that is open and close bracket, then the exponent, then multiplication and division symbol, then addition and subtraction symbol. That is a priority. Okay, next comes formula in Excel. So you people are already familiar with the formulas, right? So what are the formulas we learned? We learned how to do addition, subtraction, how to do that. So using, for example, if you wanted to multiply the values of two cells or add two values of two cells, or you wanted to subtract values of two cells, you have to use the formulas. For example, I'm going to add multiply here. See, we have a data over here. Coffee code is there, name of the coffees and number of cups sold. So now I wanted to find the price of this particular coffee. For example, each one costs rupees 100, or here this one is costing rupees 20. I wanted to find the total cost of the coffees. So per one day, coffee mocha 34 cups was been sold. Price per cup will be 100. You wanted to find the total cost. So how will you find out? 1 cup cost rupees 100. What is the cost of 34 cups? So what should you do? We have to multiply. Always the formula starts with equal to. Okay, which one you wanted to multiply? This content which is in C3 and D3. So what should you do? C3, as you all know, for multiplication we have to use asterisk symbol, and then D3. Then press the enter key. Got the answer? The same way you have to use, if you want to do addition, you have to use the plus symbol. If you want to do subtraction, minus symbol, division forward slash, like this it will go. Now you have the formula, you have done a formula in one particular cell. Same formula you are going to repeat for all the things. So you need not type the formula again and again. What can you do? You can copy the formula. That we call it as cell referencing. Okay, so you can copy. How you copy? Go to the select the particular cell, go to the right side bottom corner, you will see a plus symbol, that is called autofill handle. Click it and drag it. Click it and drag the left mouse button. So same formula has been copied to the other cells. If you see, C3 multiplied by D3, C4, D4, C5, D5, it is changing automatically. Now we saw relative cell referencing over here. Okay, now we are going to see absolute cell referencing. What is meant by this absolute cell referencing? For example, see this record of sale of pens. Okay, in which they are going to find out this amount of pen sold and its payment collected. Okay, so now price per pen will be rupees 15. Okay, so they are collecting the data in the zone wise. Okay, for the quarter, first quarter and the second quarter, with zone north, west, east and south zones. Okay, price per pen will be 15. It is constant, it will remain same, it will not change. But the sales of pens will be, number of pens sold will change. So how can you write the formula here? So you are going to multiply this and these numbers. Right. So how will you find the one pen cost rupees 15? What is the cost of 23,000 pen? So same, you're going to multiply here also. But what is the change? Because the price of the pen will be remaining constant. The number of pens sold will change. So what should you do? This is what address of this particular cell is B17. B17 will remain constant. But B20 to B23 will change. For this we have to use the absolute cell referencing. Okay, so how will you write the formula? For example, what you have to multiply? B17. Okay, B17 is what? It will not change. So what should you do? You have to include dollar symbol B. Okay, and again dollar symbol 17. That means it will not change. Multiplied by which will change? B20. So you need not use the dollar symbol. This is the way you write the formula. Okay, So what you should do, for example, if you have to copy the formula now. So using the autofill handle, go to the right side corner, bottom corner, you will see a plus symbol, hold the leftmost button and drag it. So now can you see the formula, change in the formula? It is not, B17 did not change, but B20 has been changed to 21. Again 20, 22, then 23. It has been changed in this way. This is called absolute cell referencing. When you include dollar symbol in front, it will not change, it will remain constant. Now we understood what is the difference between absolute and relative cell referencing. Okay children, in the next video we will see functions in Excel and common errors in formula and sorting data in Excel. Okay, thank you children, hope you understood clearly. Thank you.